When my sister told me she was eating cat hair, I was shocked. It is strange. I don't think she should be eating it.
That she can't go 2 hours without a fix.
I kind of look at it and make sure it's relatively clean and just have her. I'll kind of break it apart and then just put it in her mouth. I'll chew it up a little bit and then take it out and maybe mess with it a little bit and then put it back in. There's, I guess you could say maybe like a cotton ball taste. It's much less of a flavor than even human hair. Right off the cat.
But eating cat hair isn't the only way Lisa feeds her addiction.
I groom my cat with my tongue like a mama cat would do to her kitten. Right, my good girl.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm addicted to eating mattresses.
Jennifer eating my mattress is getting way out of hand. We don't know what this mattress is doing to her. Me and my son just need to confront her today and ask her why she's doing it. It needs to stop.
So when you eat it, are you afraid of choking?
No.
Is that why you go all the time?
Yeah, when I be like, it shoot out of my throat like a cannon. I mean, I've been eating for 20 years, ain't nothing happened.
I didn't know you had been doing it for 20 years.
My name is Keisha, and I'm expecting my first child, and I love sniffing and chewing dirty diapers. It has to have pee in it. It has to have pee in it. The heavier ones that have more pee smell better. Yeah. This one's soft. I love it. It just tastes amazing. I have one while I'm cooking in the kitchen. I have one in my drawers. I have one while I'm sleeping. I keep some in my trunk. I keep some in my pocketbook. No, for real. This is good. Hold on. Okay, continue. Like, you know when you're walking into a room and you smell like a strong smell like food and you can kind of taste it? That's what it's like.
Hey, you guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but still, we are in the middle of May, Mental Health Month, and I'm sitting here binge watching some of my strange addiction. But these three here, I just had to just bring up because it was just, oh gosh. And some of them are older ones. I remember seeing the young woman who was addicted to the eating and sniffing of the diapers. And I just remember that when the episode went off, it said that she had a baby boy and she was struggling to, get rid of her addiction. So she was still doing it. But she was so glad. And she had a fiance around that time. I don't know if they got married. I didn't even try to even look anything up. But the fact that that was going on, she had taken it so far. I think one of her friends, and she had several girlfriends in her life that were pretty much put together some type of intervention to try to get her to stop doing it because they said it was disgusting, it was gross, it was nasty, and it was. And I think one of her girlfriends had twins, and she would actually come over there, wake the little babies up out of their sleep to take their diapers. And she had them all around her own apartment. She had them in her purse. She actually had one of the Pampers, and she called it her to-go diaper that she took with her. I mean, it was nuts. And then she said her addiction had started when one of her friends had told her throw out the diaper, but she held on to it. Why would you hold on to a diaper? I've changed many diapers, whether it was my own child or it was somebody else's child, and I never wanted to hold on to them. Matter of fact, we would wrap them up in bags and discard them outside because they were nasty to have in the house. So how she held on to it, I don't know. Then the episode about the woman who started to eat her cat's fur. that either fell off the cat, then she started to brush the cat and keep the fur, and then she started to lick the cat to get the fur. I mean, all of it was just insane. And the mattress, the girl that was eating the mattresses, they were asking her in the show, why don't you eat your own mattress? She had already eaten her mattress, so she got to the point where she was eating her mother's mattress. And they all did have to go to see psychologists, and they actually went to doctors. And some of them, it was a situation where it could, of course, cause a health situation with having foam from a mattress inside your body, cat fur. They actually showed a picture of somebody that had hair in their stomach, and the foreign materials of a diaper and the bacteria in a diaper. So, and everyone was still struggling with the addictions. So I don't know if they got past it. I hope they did. I hope they did, because it's horrible. So as I'm sitting here, because they also did an episode about a woman who was addicted to Vicks. Now, I must say, anyone that knows you will tell you, I won't say addicted, but I used Vicks awful lot. I can't really not have it here in the house. I can't. Now, especially because the pollen is out with the allergies and stuff, I do put Vicks in my nose. And sometimes I have to be careful now, because sometimes I still wear my mask and sometimes I don't, but I don't want people to think that there's things hanging around in my nose. So I look in the mirror and I make sure there's nothing hanging out, but my nose will dry out because of the allergies. But this woman, she was eating it. I never ate it. She also had the inhaler. I don't use the inhaler unless my nose gets stuffed up, and that's very seldomly I'll have a stuffed up nose. But I do always have Vicks in the house, but it's not an addiction at all. Now, what I will share with you guys, and I think I said this in one of my other videos, I did have an ice eating addiction. Ice, not meth. I think they call meth ice too, right? Ice, the ice that you have in your freezer right now. And I remember when I told somebody that I had an ice addiction, they said, "What, you're addicted to water? What's wrong with that?" Well, I wasn't addicted to water. I was addicted to ice. Water is water, but when water freezes, it's no longer water. It's not a liquid anymore. It's a solid. And what I was addicted to, if you remember, the old school ice trays that I think people still have. I don't have ice trays in my house anymore. When you have an ice cube and you see that like clear little white coating in it, and you pour the soda or whatever you're going to drink, preferably it's the soda, and you hear the sound, it's that gas. The ice now is a gas, and that little gas in it was what I was addicted to. It even has a taste to it. I was very, very addicted to it, and I knew that I was addicted to it. This was years ago. I remember I got locked up, because you guys know I used to be a bad girl. I got locked up. And I remember this big, nasty, disgusting cop. He had some McDonald's food. I remember he was eating the McDonald's food in front of us female prisoners. And I remember the girls was like, "Give me a fry. Give me a fry." And he was like, "If I give you a fry, I'm going to have to give her a fry and her a fry. And I'm not going to have, too many fries left for myself." And I just remember thinking, I just want that ice in that cup. And if you've seen how disgusting this cup was, then you'd be like, "Ew, that was really gross." And I was like a teenager. I was in jail for a fight. It was blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's when I didn't know then, but when I look back at it many moons ago, I'm like, yeah, you were really, really addicted. So I think it happened around when I had got pregnant. I got pregnant young, and I think I had got it after pregnancy or during pregnancy, because I can't remember before that I wanted ice like this. I would literally, whenever I went to fast food restaurants, I would take a few sips of the drink and really pour the drink out because I wanted the ice. Or sometimes I just asked for an additional cup of ice. It used to be free, then they charged 11 cents, then they charged 30 cents. I wanted that cup of ice, that's how bad the addiction was. I could tell you at the time every shape of ice. Wendy's had the flat ice with the round back, like Burger King had the small square ice. The best ice was the crushed ice, and you either got that in hospitals or at Crystals. And yeah, I can tell you guys pretty much every kind of ice at these fast food restaurants. That's how addicted I was to it. So I just, want to share that with you because it does have a lot to do with your mental health. Because when I went to the doctor, blood was very low and they wanted to give me a blood transfusion right there. And I could think really quick on my feet. I must admit, I don't like to lie, but I'm a good one when it's time. I quickly said, I can't. I'm a Muslim. I said that. I really said that. Assalamu alaikum, right? I really said that. And they believed me. And I had to take big ass iron pills and all this other stuff. And I was borderline anemic. Well, now I'm a lot better. This was years ago, but I was very anemic. Then I went to borderline anemic. Now I'm fine. I still get colds at around times when nobody else is cold, but it is what it is. And I did a lot of damage to my teeth too, that I'm currently in the middle of getting handled. So yeah, that ice addiction, it lasted well over, honestly, well over 20 years, that ice addiction. So things could happen and your body will physically want stuff, but you do control a lot of these things with your mind. You do. So I don't do it now. I don't have to take iron pills now. I am currently renting a house that the refrigerator has an ice machine. I have not touched that ice. I was surprised that the ice doesn't fall over. It doesn't continue because I don't use the ice. But I'm whenever I do go out to restaurants, or if I'm going through the drive-thru, I always get my drink with no ice. No ice. Plus, you guys get a little bit more when you don't ask for the ice. It's not all watered down. But I don't ask for ice. And it's a great relief. And I don't want to ever start back on that. So I just want to share that with you guys because I was watching this. And let me know, do you guys have any addictions that you had in the past, or even in the present? Around that time, had some girlfriends. Again, this was years ago. One of my girlfriends, she was also pregnant around the time I was pregnant, and she liked to eat clay, and they actually sell them in stores. Little white clay she would eat, and yeah. So very interesting stuff there, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So hope you guys are enjoying this May.